I learned how to make the best chai in the world, apparently. That's what my partner says. You're watching me today on Tweak India. I was very aware of my own mental health through this entire pandemic. Honestly, I found it important to just do whatever you can to keep your mental equilibrium in check, because I think it would be very easy to slip into a spiral of despair and hopelessness and all those things. So I was pretty much doing whatever I wanted, whether it was like cheating on my diet for 5 months straight or whatever. I mean, I thought it was just important to feel good in the moment and be talking about your feelings. I learned how to make the best chai in the world, apparently. That's what my partner says. Depends on, taste to taste. But for her, it's a lot of ginger. Sometimes it's just ginger, actually. Otherwise, if she's in the mood for masala, then there's pepper, clove, elaichi, cinnamon, and ginger. And the secret is really brewing and adding the milk slowly until you get the perfect color and letting the right amount of water evaporate. And I picked it up pretty fast and pretty well. Between two books by Howard Zinn. It's a very interesting history of America told from the viewpoint of starting from the Native Americans to slaves to all the, marginalized communities pretty much. And it's a really parallel account of a history we don't learn. And there's another book which is kind of the biography of Timothy Leary called I Have America Surrounded. I need to decompress for a couple of hours every night. So I really take my time, even at the end of a shooting day, even if it's ended at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever time it ends. I get home and I take about 2 to 3 hours almost of just me time. I take that decompression time and I take it every day almost, not just at the end of a shooting day. I don't know. No, not really. Not really. No, unfortunately. I don't have an answer. People have kind of been pushed into realizing what's really important and what one really needs to survive. It really came down to basics for a lot of people. And I think that's been an important learning. Earlier this year, my own brother required a kidney transplant, and we had been waiting for about 2.5 years as well. He had been on a recipient list. My own father was in fact going to donate his kidney for my brother to receive one, but matches couldn't be found for both. It was taking a really long time, and then earlier this year, by some miracle, a kidney was found. My brother received a kidney without my father having to donate one. But the whole experience did kind of definitely show us how important organ donation is. How many lives it can save, how many families are out there to thank you. So that's my personal connect with the cause. Now, this is one myth that exists about organ donation, that once you pledge to be a donor, your organs will be kind of forcibly taken away upon your demise or something. No, that is not the case. Pledging to donate your organs is just an intent that you wish to donate upon your demise, and when that happens, it is very much your next of kin that will decide whether your organs should be taken or not. Like, share and subscribe to Tweak India.